Hey, Mark, fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
No, that's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me. And I can't choose
Yeah! You know, you don't want to be the radio guy who comes in too hot. But hey, it's good to be back. It's good to see you, Queefs. And here we are on a balmy February?
No, it's January. No, it's February. You're right. I'm sorry. I'm all fucked up.
Black History.
Yesterday was the 30th. By the way, we got to apologize. We're behind schedule.
Here
I'm
we
so
go.
sorry.
Sorry.
I'm very sorry. I don't know how to please you guys. I got in a bad habit of looking at the YouTube comments.
Oh, big mistake. I shouldn't have written those, but horrible idea. But I read them too.
Yikes! I mean, it's hard to please these folks. If we did a Zoom episode, they would break into my house and slit my throat at night, like William Wallace.
Zoom. They'll fuck your mom.
And if you pre-record, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah,
so
can't pre.
If you
Pre
don't
me.
release an episode, forget about it.
That's it.
We've taken every Christmas off for 9 years. We took this one off. They were like, you scumbag, Jew-loving motherfuckers.
Commie. Well, the other thing is I talk to half these queefs we know, and they go, I record when I want to record. I'm like, how do you get away with it?
I know.
You set a precedent. I think that's the key.
People release. Chuck, you have something here?
Well, did you read the Patreon comment?
Oh, yeah, I did. No, you sent some Patreon
They're
comments.
all positive. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Great 2 episodes. The
They
honeymoon
signed
episodes.
up. They know what they're getting into.
Yeah.
The other people just willy-nilly are hanging out.
So appreciate the patrons. God bless you. Get on that Patreon if you want to be a good, nice person who cares about society. But we're doing the best we can. We're pre-record. You can blame me this time. I'm going on a 7-week road trip here. I'm going to Key West. I'm shooting a film about Tom Dustin. That's going to be something. I got Salacuse coming down.
I love it.
He's like a boy.
He's going to shit when he sees old Tommy D.
Well, I'm thinking about this. Salacuse has never met Tom Dustin.
Oh, that's even better.
I mean, he's going to be ruining takes with the camera shaking and his belly shaking.
Michael J.
And Patrick Holbert coming down.
He's a cute kid.
Oh, great guy. He's a very, very handsome man.
Virile.
What's that mean?
You know, I wish I knew. But it's one of those things where you're taut and you're manly and you're pumping with testosterone.
I don't know.
Like a dick is virile. It's stretched out.
Oh.
The veins are popping. The head is purple.
I see. Well, he's very but I don't think of him as like a bro.
No, not bro, but he's sturdy and capable.
Yes, he's very tall and handsome, and he's gay, I believe. So thank you. So he'll be down there. We got Tommy D, and I think it's going to be really something. You know Dustin. He's a character.
Oh, he's a card, and that island, or whatever you want to call it, a key?
It's an island. Key.
Okay, yeah. How come some things are a key?
I don't know.
You know, I think there's a couple of them. It's like a couple of keys when you're drunk.
Yeah, I don't know. I always thought maybe it looked like a key going into the pee hole. Keyhole, pee hole.
Yeah.
Of Florida.
Sure, okay. Skeleton key. Well, Doug key, but...
Funky. Monkey.
Key grip. But it's an island, but there's something. You land on that island, you just want to, blow off a guy's ass and fuck somebody's dead.
Well, they call it Keys disease, where you get down there, you lose your job. They all have the crispy tits.
Yeah,
They all have like those brown
tits.
tits that looks like you could just pull them off.
I don't know if that's from the sun or the caked of jizz over years. Like my socks are crispy tits.
Boy, I love coming on a towel. You know what I did the other day? This is really...
A towel?
Well, here's what I did the other day. You know, I've been with my wife very, very, very long time. We're almost quits.
Years.
And, we're having sex. I pull out and I say, what if I come in your underwear?
Ooh, that's a genre in porn.
No kidding.
Come in the panties.
No kidding. I had no idea. Well, I thought I invented it.
ITP.
But I took the panties and just laid them out and shot it right on the panty.
Well, that's hot.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And they were like black panties, so the white on the black.
Ooh, little Lewinsky.
Yeah, white on black. That's a good crime.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Cut that.
No, that guy, he really got fucked by the cops. But
No, that was black on
The
black.
black on black. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I don't want to make. I'm not making light of that.
No, that was horrible.
We're making dark of that.
But every guy in America, every white guy was going, whoo, Jesus, that's ugly. We're all human. But the panty one on the porno is
Porno
the girl
panty.
is wearing it, and the guy shoots it in there while she's wearing it. She'll kind of open it up,
Oh.
and he shoots it in there, which is even hotter.
Oh, well, these were already off, but I should have done that.
Next time, and send me a video.
Because once the undies are off, you don't want to put them back on.
No, not with that splooge of baby batter.
So these were already off, so I just took them and put them underneath and squirted it right on there. And it was
Wow.
pretty good.
See, if I was her, I'd be annoyed. I'd be like, jeez, I got 2 panties left, and there go one of them.
Wow, this was day 3 of these panties were already stinking like garbage outside of a bar.
I see. They were a little soiled.
They were going into the laundry. Anyway,
Yes,
so,
the furnace.
Yes, you stick them on there.
I got you.
I never found the furnace in Home Alone that scary. I think we talked about this on the. Yeah, I was like, it's a furnace.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, I was more scared of the hoodlums in my neighborhood who would look through the window.
Yeah, you got guys breaking in, adult men breaking in and trying to smash them in the face with an iron. What do you care about a basement?
That's a good point. And I get the basement because, they can break in. There could be a guy down there. I walked in on a few guys in my house.
No kidding.
Yeah, they were banging my mom.
Nice.
But they stole a VCR. I walked in on a guy once. I was, 7, and I go, hey. And he goes, big guy. And he goes, where's your dad at? And I was like, oh, I'll find him. And I went and looked for my dad. I was upstairs looking for my dad. I look out the window, running through the backyard with a computer.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Computer monitor. Just
Wow.
crazy. And you're like, and even as a kid, I was like, I don't get it. Because you're so naive. And then I told my parents later, they called the police, and my mom cried.
Oh, God. That is frightening.
Yeah, good times.
Well, what are you going to do?
Yeah, furnace.
Well,
Sorry, was that too real?
no.
All right.
It was dramatic.
Yeah,
Horrible.
true story.
Yeah.
Big guy. That wasn't the only time. But we'll get into the diddling later.
Diddle. Riddle, piddle, diddle.
The diddler.
Kerry Kittles. Remember him?
Who?
He was a basketball player for Villanova.
Skittles?
Kittles.
Kittles.
Fun last name.
Sounds like a cereal.
I'd love to be Joe Kittles.
Yes.
Joe Kittles would be nice.
Yeah, I Kittles.
I hate my name. I want to go Luke Kittles.
Luke Kittles. Holy hell, Kittles and Bits over here. That's the album.
And I got bits.
Yes.
Kittles and bits. Diddles and bits.
Oh, that's the new theme park.
Kittles diddles. Luke Kittles. That's nice.
That's a name.
What a life I would have if my name was Luke Kittles.
Different guy.
It would be nice.
We get that name in there, maybe a little reconstructive surgery on the face,
Ouch.
and you're in.
I think it might be fun to pretend to die, be one of these guys, and then come back with
As
a
a new
new
guy.
act. Yes. Come back with
Like a Don Draper.
a mustache. And what did he do? He did that?
He was a poor farm kid, went to Korea. His PO?
Parole officer.
No. CO.
CO. Chief.
Colorado. Corporate officer?
Commanding officer. My
His
CO. Got to report to
his-
your CO.
His CO got blown up, and he just said, you know what? Fuck it. And he took the guy's dog tags, and then he blew up or something, and then the guys found him, and they go, oh, you're Don Draper? And he goes, yeah.
Interesting.
And then the rest, he just gets a job on Madison Avenue, and it's all a lie.
Uh-huh.
And it's fun because people try to figure him out. And he's trying to pretend the whole time, but it's got to be so fun. It's like Jean Valjean. You become a new person.
Who's Jean Valjean?
He was in Les Mis, and he was in jail, and he broke out, and he changed his identity and became the police chief.
This is a character or a real guy?
This is Les Miserables. It's a
the film,
fiction,
the play,
book.
whatever. Fish, mammal, whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, but great tale.
Ah, okay. I never saw Les Mis.
Oh,
I Les Mis'd it.
Well, it's the singing is a little off-putting and gay, but the movie, the story is killer.
Wow, great story. Isn't it like a opera? Is that Les Mis?
It's a
That's
musical.
Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah, definitely a lot of singing.
What's the Phantom of the Opera? His face is fucked up. I can't follow any of this
I
stuff.
think that's about Seal,
The
singer.
Kiss from a Rose on a Thorn. I hated Seal.
Hated Seal.
God, he was garbage.
Well, he was plowing Clume, though. That seems like a lot of fun.
I guess, but even that, it's so. Kiss from a Rose, on a road. Did you know that when it snows?
I'd rather hear this. That's my kind of seal.
Yes.
Seal of approval.
Yes, sealed asshole.
Sealy Posturpedic.
Cam Sealy.
Luke Diddles.
Yeah, Luke
Kittles.
Kittles. Luke Kittles.
Kittles and bits. I'm telling you, that's the live act.
I might come back as Luke Kittles.
I like it. Now we got to figure out how to get rid of you. What do you think? AIDS, monkeypox, scurvy?
Maybe it's just an old, I don't know, disappeared, car wreck. COVID's not, no one's buying COVID anymore.
It didn't even kill Biden.
Yeah. And
All
the
right.
Queen.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she died, but not from COVID, I don't think.
I don't think so either. I think she was under a car wrenching.
But yeah, I don't know. How do you disappear? Shipwreck? Something like that at sea is good. I love the sea.
We'll get you a boat act. We'll get you a boat gig, and then...
Impractical Jokers, maybe. Aruba.
Yeah, Aruba!
I've gone missing there.
That's big.
So yeah, I'll disappear and come back in a year. Sometimes I want to disappear. You ever think, like, let's just fuck it?
All the time.
The spots and the auditions and the podcasts.
It's piling onto me, Jerry. I can't breathe.
It's horrible.
I know you got to put them out. And they never stop. You go. Hey, I got a good clip cooking, and then 3 days later you go, all right, let's find another thing to embarrass myself with.
And you're like, I'm out of things to say. I got nothing else. And it's like the Chris Rock show. Did I ever tell you at the time? Yes, you told me.
Right.
I told it all.
What about if we kill you where you're a hero? That's even better. Like you save a lady.
Oh, I'd love to save a lady.
We get a Down syndrome girl. We put her in the street. You run in. I hit you with the beamer. Everybody wins.
This is nice. I like this. I got the kid. I wrap him up, and then I'm like,
yes.
And the kid's already like that. So we grab the kid, take care of him, and then I say, be well once more into the night, dear tits, or whatever.
There you go. I'll see you, Downsy. I'll film the whole thing, and we'll put that puppy on Tic Tac.
Yeah, that's not bad. And then some time passes, and here I come.
Time passes.
But I really do. I think about moving to the woods. We talk about my blood pressure. I think it would just sink if I went up to the woods, walked in the mountains, one of these mountain people.
No doubt about it. You get up in the Berkshires, we get you a beard and one of those thermoses of coffee. You're a different guy. A flannel, an axe.
I like that thermos, and I just meditate, and people come and see me, and I tell them of the wisdom of the asshole, and then see you later.
I love it. I love the idea of being like, where is Joe? And then like an axe hits a tree, and you're like, there he is. You know, you're so good. You're like Castaway. You know how to do all the shit now. You can make a tent and a trap.
I'm sure we've talked about this before, but I always thought it was a little far-fetched that even after however many years he's on there, that he can spear a fish from like 25 feet away. Direct hit from like...
Yeah, I guess so.
But the little like he should be standing over it. Like I'm sure he can do it.
Yeah.
But the idea that he's just like...
Right.
Like, it's just outrageous.
I guess, there's no phone, there's no newspaper, there's no laptop, so you got the 10,000 hours maybe. I don't know.
I suppose so. I'm a cynical asshole, but
I hear you. Here's a thought I had. I was watching this documentary about dolphins. Yeah.
They rape, right?
Oh, big time.
Nice.
That's why I watched. And there was a guy on there who was like a dolphin trainer, blah, 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 but he was a waiter at this Marineland SeaWorld type place. And his boss caught him just staring at the dolphins through the fence. And he goes, what's up? He goes, I just love these dolphins. I want to train them. And he goes, but you're a waiter. And he goes, I know. But he's just staring at him. And eventually he goes, all right, well, I'll train you to train the dolphins. Long story short, if we had phones back then, this is the 70s, would he have looked at those dolphins for hours?
Interesting. Yeah, probably not.
That's what worries about the phone. How many things?
Of course.
I used to skateboard all day. You ran, you played sports, you did all these things. But if we had a phone, we might have not gotten our ass up to do those things.
Yes, I mean it's like the gum sales.
The gum sales.
Well, I think we talked about this before once. The gum sales have plummeted.
Oh, is that right?
Because everyone's in line looking at their phones.
Whoa!
So no one's looking at the gum.
Oh, you're blowing my tits, fatty.
Gum and candy through the toilet.
Because that was impulse.
That's what you did. You stood in line, you waited, then you went, hey, gum, I'll get some gum when I get up there. But they're not looking at the gum. They're looking at the cum. They're on porn. Yeah. Gum is out.
Gum is out. Cum is in. My ass.
Always. And I chew it with it. We could blow a cum bubble with your butt.
Oh, Patreon. Wow, the gum sale. That's big, Jerry.
Yes.
You're blowing my fat tick off.
Well, yeah, and I'm not on TikTok,
Me
fortunately,
neither.
but I have this thing now where you sit around thinking about career and you're like, what should I be doing? And then my go-to is look at the phone. Anytime an indecisive moment, I'm
Same.
like, let me look at Instagram. Maybe there's a message I should write back
Yes.
to. And it's just horseshit. It's
horse
horrible.
shit. And I have that with writing. I'll be I used to write for an hour, top to bottom, and now I go, I can't crack this joke. Let me see the phone.
Yes.
That's horrible. I'm never going to get there if I just check the phone.
Yes. Well, I talked about this before. My writing method in the old days was I would go to Starbucks and sit in front of the mirror. So anytime you weren't writing, you're just looking at yourself like, look at you, you scumbag. But I don't even look at myself because who could?
Yeah. Ugh.
I just look at Instagram and Twitter all day.
Did you get in trouble for cracking the mirror?
Not Twitter so much. But,
Okay.
That's
That's a great move. Looking at I don't want to see myself.
it was big, yeah.
The wife tried to bring a mirror in during fucking. I said, no thanks, tits.
Really?
Toots.
Well, come in those panties.
Yes. That'll shut her up.
That's nice. All I can think about is coming in panties. The way you're talking.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Squish it in there a little bit.
She doesn't wear them.
Hey.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Just a maxi pad.
Whoa.
It's hard to penetrate. But yeah, that's big, the mirror thing. But yeah, the phone. I was just thinking, if this guy, if I didn't, and plus, hold on, I'm rambling. But the phone, not only is it addictive and you keep checking it, it's also news.
Yes.
Death, school shooting, police beat up a guy. So it's not only just addictive, it's also negative addictive.
Yes, and then the material. I hate comedy. I don't like comedy any
Right.
longer because every time I look at my phone, it's like, what'd you say? What'd he say? What'd you say? Scoop-a-boop, shibbity-bop.
How long you been together? How long you dating?
And it's a lot of like, whoa, next level, whoa, whoa. And I'm
Yeah.
like this, I can't stand it, Jerry.
I know, and your
I
whole
hate it.
feed is gone. It used to be just Norm Macdonald and labia, and now it's Stavros.
Yeah, I miss the old Instagram of sunsets and buildings.
Yeah.
And, tits or whatever.
Sure.
But that's the time we're living in. But for us, at least we're adults. We've lived that. We can recognize that. Kids have no chance.
No chance.
They're fucked.
They are fucked because you would sit around and make fun. It was like your old bit. You would have to go, we got a broomstick and we got some lube. Let's figure it out.
Yes.
And now you go, we got some broomstick and a lube. I'll look at my phone.
Yeah. That's tough.
Yeah, we used to invent games. We used to make up stories. We used to fist fight and wrestle and all this shit and climb a tree because you had to.
I'm pretty sure TikTok, that really is China just doing research and fucking us up.
That's what they say. You know, they're allowed 40 minutes a day
40 minutes a day.
in China, and we do it 40 minutes of not TikTok. The rest of the time is
Right.
TikTok.
Yeah, I read a thing or heard a thing. I think it was on Real Time. They said these American kids are on TikTok at minimum 90 minutes a day or 100 minutes. 100 minutes a day, they said.
What's that, an hour?
That's an hour and 40.
Woo, that's low ball. I bet.
And that's a child, though. That's just
Oh,
like kid, like
child,
5th,
yeah.
6th, 7th grade.
Hot.
That's because that's not counting the amount of time they're on Instagram and Twitter and whatever. I don't think the kids are on
Porn.
Twitter, though.
Yeah, but that is that's alarming.
Harrowing.
Yes.
Not any tits.
What's the other word I said earlier?
Veal.
Huh?
Veal?
Veal.
Yeah, Patrick Holbert was viral.
Viral. Yeah.
Viral DeMille. What was her name? Vera
Venus.
Venus?
Yes. Women are from there.
No. Who was the Jim Carrey flexi? Vera DeMilo, right?
Oh,
the
yeah.
bodybuilder from In Living Color. Can I get a reading on that? I think it was Vera.
I'm sure that's
Vera
offensive
DeMilo
to trans
or something
people.
like that. Oh, it was offensive, all right.
I'm sure.
Talk like this and
Yes, Mrs. Doubtfire, I'm sure is stepping in that territory.
Well, Mrs. Doubtfire, they're protesting the Broadway.
What?
Someone I know was like up in arms, like posting about it because it's transphobic, but it's so crazy. I don't want to go down this
No,
rabbit
I
hole
don't
of one
either.
of these
But
podcasts.
I didn't know
But-
we're attacking Mrs. D.
But there's no trans in Mrs. Doubtfire. I don't even understand it.
Yeah, there's no surgery.
It's just a man dressed like a woman to see his kids.
It was a drive-by fruiting.
Vera DeMilo?
There it
Yeah,
is. Thank you.
Yeah, I nailed it.
All right, well, I should get into something.
Yeah,
We
I
both
got some
should.
stuff. You got some
but
stuff.
That
Let's
was
get going.
That was a good digress or an alive gress. So, wacky experience. I was in Miami.
Oh,
Let me
great
just-
comedy town.
Yeah. Great club. Great staff. They were so giving and generous and sweet and helpful. I mean, it's got to be one of the best comedy club crews. It's run by this guy Justin and his wife Melissa, and they're on it. They're just efficient. Anything you need, they kill you or they help you. And they get all these guys coming into Miami. These, I don't want to say names, but a lot of light runners and divas and high maintenance queefs.
Sure.
And so when we come in there and we go, I'd like a bag of almonds and a coffee, they go, holy shit, and you do your time, holy hell, and you shake hands after, so they like us. But the crowds, Jerry, they're just not into bits.
No, they're so tough. I've only done a couple shows in Miami my whole life, but I think I've heard this about them. They're nightclub party people, so they wait to the last minute. They want to see the best offer.
Yes.
They want to go, okay, the dance club, I guess we'll go see this asshole.
And look, we had gays there. We sold it out. It was great. But you still get your Miamians who got the tits out, the crispy tits, the diddles and bits, and they're going, high heels on, hoop ear. Who's this? I'm bored. Where's the blow? And that's it. That's the show. So it is tough. You're running with weights on, and I remember being like, you have to adapt. Like the first show, you're like, Jesus, I got my ass kicked out there. You have to be louder. You have to say fuck more, and you have to engage them. It's like a puppy. We go, hey. You got to shake your keys.
Right.
Key West. So it was tough. And then I was so excited to come back to New York and just do a set at the Cellar, and you're like, oh, this is comedy.
Yes.
But it was tough. But my point is, I'm sitting there on Saturday afternoon, got a show at 6, sitting there at Saturday afternoon, and I go, boy, Jay Leno broke 3 ribs and a femur or whatever. Did you hear about this?
No, this is removed from the face burning?
Face burning is over. He's all cleared up.
Oh.
Burning Man. This is a motorcycle accident.
Oh.
This guy's, 80? He's still got a full head of white hair, by the way. So he's cracked up, and I go, God damn, Jay Leno is he's like a stunt guy.
So he was on a motorcycle and he hit some sand or some shit?
He hit like a barrier on accident and just flipped over about 38 times, and that chin just put a pothole in the road.
God, well, pick it up and send it my way.
Send it to you. All right, yeah. So it was ugly.
Okay,
And
jeez, it's terrible.
More chins at a Chinese
Store?
phone book. That's a classic.
Oh, I see.
I threw it at you. But either way, I'm like, God damn, Jay Leno is a madman. So I text Jerry.
Oh, boy.
I'm alone. I'm lonely. I'm in Miami. I have a Jewish energy around me. And I just go, Jay Leno might be the toughest guy on the planet. I don't know. I was just throwing it out there.
Okay.
Sometimes you got to grab your sack under your skirt and just squeeze.
Oh, God. The hand smell.
Yeah. I was thinking about that.
Oh, jeez.
So I go, all right. Texted him. He doesn't write back. Par for the course. I'm an idiot. Dumb text. I hate myself. So you got your phone out. You're laying on a hotel bed. So I just go, let me see what's going on with the old Pornhub.
Okay.
As you do. And that's why I'm not buying gum. So I go, oh, this is a hot lady. I start jerking it, as you do. And I'm about to finish. Phone rings.
Okay.
Jerry.
Whoa! Phone
call. First phone call ever.
God.
So I come.
Oh, my God. It says Jerry Seinfeld on your phone?
Right on there. I'm like, whoa! My dick's out. My skirt's on the floor. I'm freaking out.
Did you screenshot?
Well, I would, but it's BBC right under him, It's like a giant black dick and then Jerry's face like, So not a great time for a screenshot. And I wanted to answer it, So I'm like, I trip over my heels. I'm walking around the apartment. I pull my pants up and I go, hello, and he goes, hey, what's shaking? And I go, hey, good.
God.
How are you? And, the first 2 minutes are shaky. Like, how are you? Well, how are you? What are you up to? I'm in Miami. What are you up to? I'm in LA. All right. But then we talk for like an hour and 10 minutes.
What?
Hour and 10.
Get out of here.
Swear
I
to
got
God.
nothing to flip.
I mean, we covered everything. Left, right, up, down, queef, jizz, anal, semen, kooks.
Did the hand come up?
Yeah, it came up.
Ah, boy.
I covered for you.
Ah, jeez.
I said he's a little downsy. He's got autism. His mom's gay.
Oh. Oh, the hand smell.
No, he didn't. He didn't even think about it. Didn't even
Okay.
come up. We talked about Colin's show. Didn't come up. I said, Chris D was there. I said, this guy was there. You're all good.
Okay, great.
You're good.
Whew. Wow.
Yeah, I mean.
So what are you talking? Are you saying, oh, Miami crowds are crazy? Does he say, oh, my God, I remember being there in 88?
Totally. He's like, I did that improv. I was just at Zany's. He's like, whoa, I did Zany's. Man, I forgot about that place. And it was so normal, and we covered everything. We disagreed on a few things. There was some pushback.
Wow.
He loves the clips.
Loves clips.
I don't want to give too much. It's a private conversation, but I was talking about the Louis thing, where that video of Louis going around going like, these clips, they're ruining comedy, whatever. And he was like, I like the clips. That's crazy.
Is he looking at the clips on Instagram?
Oh,
Is he
yeah.
watching clips?
Oh, yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld is on Instagram. That's what you're trying to tell me?
Yes.
Wow.
He goes, how was South Africa? He knew I went to South Africa.
Wow.
I
Does he
mean-
have an account?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Because some of these celebrity types, they have burner accounts. So
That's
they can see
true.
what's shaking.
But if you look at his, it's cars. It's actually shit he likes.
Right.
You know, it's not like some fat lady in Idaho going, I'll put up a Master of My Domain clip. You know,
Right.
It's his shit. And so, great convo. And he goes, hit me up 2 weeks. I'll be back in New York. He's like, I'm dying in LA. This movie set. I need some. He's like, he's watching podcasts.
Oh, he's making the movie.
Yeah, he's editing. So he's like,
Right.
I'm in LA. I want to kill myself. I need some comics around.
Wow. Wow.
And then we talked about, I was like, so you're back out on the road. I saw he's doing The Beacon. We talked about Hamilton, how great his new stuff is. And
Yes.
he's like, I'm back at The Beacon. And I was like, well, what are you doing? You put a special out, then COVID hit, then you did the movie. He's like, I got nothing. I'm dying out there. It was great. He's like, I'm building it back up, and it's brutal.
Wow. Well, he could do a special of his old stuff again.
He could.
Number 4.
Yeah, well, he knows how to get a paycheck re-upped.
He certainly does. But wow, I can't believe Jerry's watching clips.
He's watching clips. He's watching pods. We talk about this pod. We talk about that pod. And he's like referencing stuff. Then we talk about certain specials lately. And
Wow.
very interesting. Great guy. And he goes, hit me up. We'll get lunch. And I go, well, give me a window. I don't want to just hit you up randomly. He's like, I have no window. I'm too busy. Just hit me up and we'll make it work.
Wow.
So
this is blowing my mind that Jerry Seinfeld is sitting and watching stand-up clips and he thinks it's good.
yeah. Well,
That's-
he doesn't think every clip is good, obviously. He just thinks
No,
it's
but-
a good idea for your career.
Oh, I guess for your career, yeah. But in general, it does seem not great for comedy.
For
to me.
sure. Oversaturated and definitely clogged up.
Yes, clogged up, and now people can sell tickets from a clip of being like front facing, whatever you call it, going, hey,
I
my
know.
sister's ass. I mean, I just saw a guy. Yeah, there's some people very little experience with a lot of followers.
Yes,
I'll say
yes.
that.
Well, don't you think the cream, like it's an ecosystem? Don't you think it kind of cleans itself out over a few years?
Hopefully, it remains to be seen. Because
Yeah, it's still
some of these
new.
people that are like selling out from TikTok, we'll see. I mean, I imagine a lot of that people, they won't get people to come a second time.
Yes.
So we'll see.
We'll see.
It remains to be seen.
But
I
it
think.
does take years for this to evolve and,
Right.
and flesh itself out.
But like I said, if you go on the road, there's guys that don't headline, but they want to headline. They want the big viral clip. So they're on stage doing 20 minutes going, hey, what are you from? What do you do?
Yeah.
And it makes for a funky show.
Well, I'll tell you, a lot of these clip crowd work, how long you've been dating people, just go to Miami because that's what they want. They don't
Right.
want an act. So go down there, you'll get 800 clips of a Cuban woman going, ay, 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 ay. And that'll go viral. But I'd like to do a set, you know.
Yes. Boy, this
So-
is unbelievable.
Pretty great. He was eating, too, which is very, so comfortable.
Interesting.
Yeah.
They can
And
ride bikes together and hang out and
that's the
ride
plan.
riding in cars with boys. I mean, this is something else.
but I'm so proud of myself because I played the long game, Fatty. You know, I could have been like, oh, what are you doing now? What are you wearing? What are you up to? What are you eating?
Right.
But I played it out. I waited. I texted him once every 4 months, 5, which was hard. You want to text him every day and go, I love you, kiss me.
Of course.
But I didn't. I waited, and it worked.
Close to the vest.
Thank you. Good investment. But, yeah, so it worked out, and now we're getting lunch next week, I think.
I'm always scared he's going to see our pod and be like,
well,
what the fuck is this?
I'm terrified.
He's going to be like, what the hell are they doing here? This is mine. This is me.
Nah, he's fine.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Yes, it's not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's all in the rearview mirror with him in the show.
All pipes. And, well, we love the show, Jerry. Come on anytime.
Yes.
And, wow.
I threw that out there, and boy, that was a fun dismissal. It's like, hey, if you ever want to come on on our pod, he was like, well, I gotta, what is that, a Ukraine? Is that a war going on? So, but I get it. He's a busy guy, and this doesn't help him, doesn't move the needle for him.
Big guy, busy guy, but I think he likes to participate
I think
and see
so.
comics, and you want to be included. A lot of times, these celebrity people, they stop getting included because people go, I don't want to reach out. We talked about this before with this. A lot of people go, he's too busy. He's got stuff going on. I've seen it. I've seen it with people, old friends, who are like, I can't bother him now.
Ah, good point.
I think that happens a lot with success. People get intimidated by success, so they're like, I don't want to reach out.
Yes. And I think you want to stay connected. Like a lot of these George Clooney's will be like, hey, South Park, can you write me in? I want to stay hip.
Right.
You know, and South Park is like, oh, George Clooney, we're just a bunch of potheads from Colorado. But the show is funny, so they want to look cool, in the know. It's like when Brad Pitt was on Jackass.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he's like, hey, I'm Brad Pitt, but I'd still like to be fun.
I love Brad Pitt.
Ah,
I just
the
have
greatest.
A deep love for him. I think he's so attractive and so talented and just charming.
Charming, likable, and he seems like one of us. He loves Monty Python. He hates his kids. I totally relate to him.
I didn't know he had kids. Oh, yeah, he's like 9 kids.
He's got 9 kids. Half of them are from Uganda and Argentina and Wuhan.
Well, yeah, he's just... I watched Ocean's 11 on the plane.
Oh,
that's a fun film.
So hunky, chewing the apple.
Oh, the apple, and I think he's got a lollipop at one point.
Cool as a cucumber.
Very cool.
Yeah, you want to go, hey, Julia, what are you doing with Clooney? Go for the pit man.
Have you ever found Julia Roberts attractive?
I don't get it.
I don't understand. Like, I mean, even the line where Matt Damon's like, this is the best part of my day, and it's Julia Roberts, and I'm like, is it? She's 6'7". She's got a face like my dad.
Yeah, she's a little angly. She's all teeth.
I don't get it. I just, I don't want to sit here and say, hey, she's fugly, fuck her, I hope she dies.
No.
Fine actor. I just don't see her as a sex symbol.
I agree. If it was your mom's friend, you'd be like, oh, that's not bad. But it's I think it's shoved down our assholes where we have to be like, she's America's sweetheart, she's America's beautiful woman, and I'm like, that makes me like her less.
Yeah.
I want the street crack whore who I'm not supposed to like. Then I find some beauty in her.
Like Meg Ryan is 1,000 times more attractive than Julia Roberts.
Meg Ryan is hot, but have you seen her lately?
No, I'm sure it's,
He looks like an old box turtle.
Yeah, it's not great, I've heard.
But the work done.
But 80s Ryan, forget about it.
Yeah. That's not bad. Joe versus the Anal and Sleepless in Queeftown.
Top Gun.
Top
all that
Gun.
shit. She's just so hot and cute.
Well, these people are getting the work done. Gwen Stefani, Simon from America's Got Talent, or whatever the hell that's called. What is that? The one I'm thinking of? Idol. American Idol.
Oh, Simon Cowell.
Pegg. Cowell, yes.
Simon Rex, Simon Pegg, Simon Cowell.
A lot of Simon. Simon
Paul
says.
Simon.
Paul Simon, yeah. But yeah, it's one of the Chipmunks, I believe, as well.
Theodore Simon. Alvin Theodore Simon. Yeah.
Alvin! Yes.
Fun.
I remember David Cross was in that, and everybody gave him shit because he was like this artsy-fartsy guy who was like, oh, you're doing that gig, oh, you're doing that, you fucking sell out. Then he did Alvin the Chipmunks. Everybody's like,
wow.
what's going on now there, Crossy?
Sarah saw a clip of him. She said it was amazing. She said it was like unbelievable.
Oh, really?
Dark and hilarious.
Oh,
Maybe he's
good.
getting back to his roots.
Well, he was a brilliant guy.
Yeah.
Super funny.
Well, clearly, but I saw him on Hot Soup one time, and I was quite disappointed.
I remember that.
But I think maybe he's digging back in and getting in there.
Good. We love to have him back. He's a talented queef. Now I'm hogging. Now I got to throw back to old Greenie over here, the Green Giant.
Well, I got one that it's fresh, and my asshole's still bleeding. And I gotta tread lightly here. I mean, this is an edgy episode here with the Jerry talk, and
Is it?
I did a corporate gig here.
Oh, I can't wait to hear about a corgi.
It was a corporate at
Corgi.
at a certain theme park with a lot of power.
Wait a minute. The powerful theme park.
Yes.
Disneyland.
Yeah, well, it's his cousin.
Universal Studios. Magic Kingdom.
Disney World. This is
World.
all in the thing. And
You did a gig at Disney World? That's
yeah.
hilarious.
I'm afraid. Well, people think I've dealt with this my whole career. People think of me as a clean comic since I started. I think because I'm very kind and thoughtful and nice and sweet.
Also, you don't you talk about sex and shitting, but you don't veer into dicey water. You got no racial or trans jokes.
Not too much racial, not too much trans. I mean, I've had a couple racial jokes in my day.
But it never is like, oh boy, we're going into this now. You don't have a school shooting chunk.
No, I do have a school shooting bit.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, I got a couple.
All right, well, maybe you've changed. I got Andrew Dice Clay over here.
But it's corporate, so that doesn't even matter. I mean, corporate is PG.
Squeaky.
PG. It's Disney.
Yeah, world.
They're like, we got some Christians out there. I mean, this is crazy.
They should
and
get
you go,
Bargatze over here.
Exactly. They should have gotten, Bargatze or Steve Rogers or, a
Regan.
magician. That was two different farts. That was like you hit two different buttons.
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Ferris
so
Bueller.
you get the call. I get an email from a booker that we like from New York City, who's moved on to greener pastures, and it's one of these gigs that's you know me. I like to have a schedule, and I got things planned out.
You like a routine creature of habit.
Yes, so it's not necessarily. I mean, I like a routine, but it was scheduling. I like 2 weeks out. This is what we're doing. I like to go, all right, this day I'm flying here, and I'm about to leave for 3 weeks. I'm going to Key West for 5 days, Denver for 3 days, Gig Harbor for 4 days, Houston for a day, then Lafayette for a day, then back to Houston for 2 days. That's a whole trip.
Yikes, what an excursion.
So it's all planned. That's why we're recording ahead of time, whatever. So got that all planned, and I'm also in the middle of a 7-week trip here where I did Cleveland, then Austin, then Mohegan Sun. That was rough.
It always is.
So you get the offer, and I'm happy in the middle of this long run to have a gig that I don't have to fly. I'm driving to Mohegan Sun.
Oh, that's true.
How nice is a driving gig?
Love drive. Takes the edge off. It feels almost like it's not a gig.
Exactly.
The flying is really what fucks you.
Exactly. So I got a nice drivey gig in there. Then I get the email, we're looking for a couple comics to do 45 minutes total. Two comics splitting 45
that
minutes.
helps.
So you're like 20, 25.
That's easy money.
That's nothing. And the budget is, I'm not going to say numbers here. First of all, it's one of these ones where it's like the budget is between blank, and there's just a huge amount between the two blanks.
Oh, I hate that. Now you're making me the weirdo. Just give me the top number.
Exactly. It's like it's between X and Y. I'm like, I'll take Y.
Yeah, why
I don't
not?
understand. Yes.
Exactly.
X is half of Y.
Yes, I hate my ex.
I kind of like her.
All right.
But
the other one.
So I remember I bumped into her that time. That
She's
was
a
weird.
great gal. I joke.
Yeah.
I keyed.
We're kidding. I'm joking too. I hated her.
Luke kidding.
Just kidding.
Bidding. What was it?
Kittles.
Kittles. Thank you. Sorry.
Okay, baby. Luke Kittles. So it's a big money, but I'm like, my instinct is to be like, no, I don't want to fly to Orlando on a Monday, then back on a Tuesday, then to Key West Thursday.
Oh, you got to go all the way down.
Yes. So I'm in right now as we're recording. I'm in the middle of flying 3 out of 4 days. Monday morning, fly LaGuardia to Orlando.
Okay.
Tuesday morning, Orlando to LaGuardia. Thursday morning, New York to Key West, which, by the way, for all the fans that are like, you pre-record, you piece of shits, there's not that many of you. There's like 6.
Yeah, you know who you are.
You know who you are. The reason I'm flying from Florida back to New York just to turn around and fly to Florida is so I can be here today to record the podcast.
Is that right?
Yes, I could have been staying down there.
See what we do for you, cum guzzlers. You know, you're so ungrateful, the 6 of you. The rest
The
of you are
6,
great.
the rest of the best. Best.
Yes, the evil 6, so we should give them a name. The Dick 6, I don't know.
I like Evil 6.
Evil 6.
Dick 6 is fun.
Yeah,
It's like a Pick 6.
that's my comedy alter ego. Hey, I'm Dick 6 here. Good to be back. I'm great in an orgy.
You wish you had a 6. It's a Dick 4.
5.5.
What's a Dick 4?
My ass. Dick 6 and Luke Diddles. Kittles, sorry.
Luke Kittles and Dick 6.
Oh, boy.
That should be the headline.
Yeah.
But whatever you call it, I don't. I'm so bad at business.
Well, but we appreciate you coming back as fuck the evil six. Us guys, we appreciate it.
Appreciate you. I appreciate me because I'm believe me, I'm looking. I could have spent a day at Disney fucking a couple kids with the ears on.
Oh, you're Pluto.
Yes.
Pluto?
No, that's Popeye.
Pluto.
You're
goofy. You're goofy.
I think I'm goofy.
Yeah, let's be honest.
So I could have stayed and driven and stopped in Miami or whatever the fuck.
Yes, Miami.
Flew back, turn around tomorrow. So anyways, I don't want to do the gig, but it's Y amount of money.
Of course.
And then they want Sarah and I. So
Perfect.
I can't deny Sarah half of Y because half of Y is what she makes in a year.
Yeah, boy. Good husband.
Good husbo.
X and Y, all these chromosomes.
I know, and I'm missing a couple. So I go, okay. I sent it to my agent. I'm like, I sent it to Tommy, who's just
Love the pooch.
he is number one.
Good egg.
You know, he reps Are You Garbage, and they say we're going to sick the pooch on him.
Ah,
His name's
I
last
like
name's
that.
Pooch.
Yeah, hey, screw the pooch.
He's the best. He really is the what do you call it? A pit apex of what you want working for you. He's a fan. He knows where I'm gonna be.
Yes.
And he routes for me.
Good routing. I got 2 pecs, but he's a good, and he's normal because a lot of
Yes.
these suits out there, they're, what's up, sport? How you doing there, Tiger? We're going to get you some hot shows tonight. Oh, you don't want that gig. You're like, actually, I want that gig. No, I already turned them down. You're like, fuck off. Who the hell are you?
Yes. Plus, everywhere I go, every booker and manager's like, your agent's a piece of shit.
That's
Fuck
a
this
good
guy.
sign.
I'm like this. You're damn right.
Yeah, he's a pit bull, the pooch.
He's the pooch. So I send it to him, and he gets Y right away.
Yeah,
So, like, it's between
Y.
X and Y, and he's like, well, we're taking Y, you sons of onions.
Of course, you threw it out there.
And it's at Disney World. They own ESPN and the world, I think.
Yeah, I think they own me.
So worldwide of sports. Wide world of sports.
Uh-huh.
Now, I got to tread
World Wide
careful
Web.
here because they could shoot me. They're
Oh,
scary.
well, they hate the pod already. Have you done the gig?
Oh, I did it.
Okay. Well, then the money's in the bank there, Sloppy Jalopy.
I did it, and it wasn't pretty. So we fly down to Orlando, Disney World, and I hate Disney. When I got to tell you, when I see a man with a fucking Mickey Mouse shirt or a Goofy shirt.
If he's special needs, I let it slide.
Oh, special needs, of course. You got
Yes.
needs. That's one of your needs. But everywhere you look, there's just guys with, hi, Mickey. And I'm like, you are a fucking cuck, simp, whatever word they're using. It's embarrassing. There was one guy, I hate to be all these roast jokes, you look like a pedophile, which never makes sense to me.
That's a lot of that.
But this guy,
School shooter, too.
yes, that too. He's wearing a mask. He has a Mickey Mouse baseball cap. He has a
Okay.
Mickey Mouse neck pillow.
Oh,
He
my
has a
God.
Mickey Mouse leather jacket, like leather sleeves jacket,
Yeah.
over a Mickey Mouse shirt.
It's a lot of Mickey.
He has Mickey Mouse. And oh man, it's Mickey. He's got Mickey Mouse sneakers. I shit you not.
Sneakers?
Mickey Mouse sneakers, shirt, coat, or jacket, hat, and neck pillow.
Who's
And he's-
fucking this man?
Nobody. He's by himself.
Okay, I hope so.
I mean, but that's even creepier. If he had a child
Ah,
that
yeah.
belonged to him, you go, oh, he's the Mickey dad.
yes, good dad.
But this is Mickey bad. I mean, I'm just looking at him like this guy.
Mickey's sad.
This guy's a pedophile.
Oh, yeah. He's got to be. I mean, he's wearing bait. He's asking for it. You know, it's like going into a doghouse with a salami on your neck.
Warren Beatty.
Ah.
He's just Dick Tracy, which is that had just come out when I went to Disney, which was fun.
Ah, good movie.
Is it? I can't remember.
I liked it.
I liked it, but I think it's one of the worst reviewed movies in history.
Well, they go all in that movie. The costumes, the light, it all looks great. It looks like the comic.
All I remember is the trailer, which is so crazy because I was like 8 years old. But it was one of these where they did Tracy. And then the guy says, "You mind if I call you Dick?" And I remember thinking that was like hilarious.
That's cool.
It's fun. I haven't seen that in a long time.
It's kind of noir, too. And he's got the watch. He goes, hey, Dick Tracy, we got a 142 at Disneyland. He goes, oh, the guy with the Mickey hat.
You know what I was thinking would be a fun Patreon is we watch old movie trailers of movies we watched as kids.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Trailers.
I watched the Goodfellas trailer recently. It's In a World, guy. It's like In a
Oh,
World
really?
of the Mob. It's so weird.
Pablo. Yeah, and they're like 11 minutes, those old trailers. They're crazy.
Any jizz. I got to focus. We see
Sorry.
the Mickey guy.
Mickey guy, pedophile.
We get down to Disney World, and the show is in Disney World, which is the size of 2 Manhattans. That's how big
What?
Disney World is.
Is that
Yes,
right?
Yes. It's the Magic Kingdom. It's the Animal Kingdom.
Like
It's,
there's a technology, a future land or
there's
something.
Epcot Center. There's
Epcot.
Star Wars shit.
Tower of Terror.
Yes.
Yes.
It's massive.
I think they got rid of Splash Mountain.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, too wet.
Oh,
I
how
don't
about
know.
that?
We're out of water.
Song of the South.
That's right.
What's that?
That's
Song
a
of the
racist
South is
song.
like a super racist old Disney project that takes place on a plantation that was huge.
Oh.
Why
well,
do they just get rid of the song? Can't you keep the splash?
I mean, Song of the South is the name of the movie. It's not a Song of the South.
I know, but what does that have to do with a big?
All the characters are from Song of the South. in the
Ah.
whole
I
thing.
had no idea. I
There's
never
a
even heard
character
of
called
this.
Tar Baby.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's rough.
That was-
Tar was nominated for Best Picture.
That's
So,
true.
Wasn't great.
Yeah.
But anyways, God, I got to speed it up. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'm cutting you off here with Splash Mountain.
No, cut off. So we land, cut off short. So we land, and the gig, you know it's going to be rough. But the whole time you're like, it's 45 minutes, and it's a shit ton of money.
Yes.
You get there, you check into the hotel, and it's like down season because it's like whatever. It's a Monday, so nobody's really around. It's very quiet. We get to the hotel, we fuck, we're feeling good, whatever. We meet the guy, like our handler guy. He gives us the run through, shows you the room, and the room is like it's a bar restaurant, 150 people. It's a bunch of companies merging to one, so no one really knows each other.
This is already a nightmare.
It's tough. So we get there and you look at it, and I'm just going like this. This looks like every gig I did starting out from
Sure.
2000 to 2006. Knights of Columbus, VFW, fundraiser, bar gig.
Elks Lodge.
Yeah, it looks like that. So, but instead of, $40, I'm making Y.
Yeah, why?
So you sit there, you go, okay, this will be fine. We get there, we're hanging out. Sarah's getting nervous, and it's squeaky clean, PG. Now, if this was just do your act, I wouldn't even think about it.
Of course.
Because, we're doing an hour every night without even flexing muscle.
No.
You just do an hour.
But did you have to go back and do a little research on the old hits?
Yes, so that's the thing about corporate is there's so many jokes that you're like, I'm like, oh, this is suicide. I talk about suicide a lot. I talk about cum a lot. I got a butthole chunk.
Right.
Jizz, shit, piss. I mean, it's not good. So you start going through, and then I hate these gigs because you have to make you're all adults, so they don't want dirty. But now you're saying wuss instead of pussy.
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
can't, they're like, no referencing sex.
Wow, but it's such a stupid thing. We have sex. We like sex. It's fun.
We're adults.
We're adults. It's all we think about. Let's talk about it.
Exactly. So we go up there, and it's one of these ones where you're like, come on up, the back elevator. We're going to feed you in here.
Okay.
And I don't want to give too many details, but the guy's very nice. He's had a couple cocktails.
Oh, that helps,
So
I guess.
the guy comes in, he goes, all right, you got to be clean. He's like, if you go a little off, don't worry, but we do got some Christians here. It's a work thing.
Christian. I guess better than Al Qaeda.
And you want to get that cash. So
Of
you're like, all
course.
right, let's just be.
Why?
So there's a meal, there's a steak and a thing, so you're eating. And then it's one of these gigs where the people running it for the company just keep coming in the back. Hey, we're very excited. It's going to be great. You're going to be funny. And you're
They
like,
have no
okay,
idea.
we're freaking out. Please let us be.
Yeah.
So they're there. They're telling us. And then a guy for the company goes, hey, this is a funny gag. I think this is funny.
Oh, boy.
I've been telling everyone Joe Coy is here.
Oh, a more famous guy.
A huge guy. Joe Coy does arenas.
He's huge.
massive.
He just did the forum for a special.
So he's like, isn't that funny? So he's like, just go with it. Just if you hear me saying that, don't worry. It's just a funny joke. And I'm like, your joke is that you're telling everyone they're about to see a hugely famous comic.
Yeah, then we get this drop off.
And then you're going to bring out a not famous at all comic.
Right. But
So-
maybe a better comic.
I mean, the maybe hurts, but
Well, I'm trying to be flowery for the camera.
I see.
I don't want to just dive in and go, that guy, whatever.
He's great. I mean, I don't know Joe Coy's act. I worked with him years ago.
Sweet guy.
He's doing arenas. I'm sure he's hilarious.
He's doing his thing.
But, I mean, we're best buds. You can say, hey,
all right,
and a better comedian.
I mean, I think it's implied.
I mean, sure. I mean, if you're doing a gig with Regan, I'd be like, yeah, and you're way better. I'd look at the camera and wink, but...
Wow, I'm just trying to keep it copacetic
diplomatic.
Here. Thank you.
I see. Well...
Why?
We love you, Coy, but anyways, telling the crowd...
Coy pond.
Hey, Coy's coming, and I'm like, you want to say... What are you even saying? Why do you think that would be a great idea?
Horrible idea.
It's like coming out at a music festival and be like, hey, don't worry, the Beatles reunion's up in 2.
Right.
And then go in, here's...
Godsmack.
Yeah, semicolon or whatever. What's it called?
Semisonic. Semisonic. We got Dishwalla coming out, folks. Heads up.
It's like, you're fucking me.
And you're already fucked going in, and now he's putting a butt plug in your mouth.
And it's just, the sound is bad. We'll put some video on the Patreon. I mean, it's just everybody's talking, hanging out, drinking. They're bringing out desserts. And they're like, we're going to start early. I go, okay, great. And Sarah, I'm just telling Sarah, like, you're jumping on a grenade. By the way, no judgment here. You know what I mean? If you're at a club, you're like, you're doing that joke.
Right.
You're doing that crowd work. You're doing that fucking old line. This is like, do my act, do Milton Berle's act, take your tits out.
This is survival mode.
Exactly. I'm like, no judgment. Let's just get out of here.
Good note at the beginning, because you start getting hacky, and you're like, am I getting hacky? But you're like, it's Disney World. I'm Joe Coy. I'm dying here.
Oh, dude, I'll juggle and put my panties on my head.
Sure, jizz in them.
So she goes up, and right away, it's one of these, but they don't even say she's a comedian. They go, okay, it's time for the entertainment. It's one of these ones too. It's like, I don't want this guy to get mad, but I'm like, I texted the phonetic spelling of her name. I never even read it. I just did her name completely wrong.
Yeah, what do you say, Tamache?
It said Tamalash.
Okay.
Instead of Talamash. It's not horrible. And we said, just say it with confidence. Because sometimes people will go, it's Sarah.
Yeah, that's worse.
So there's no, and the guy's very, very nice. Couldn't be nicer, but never says we have comedy.
Wow.
It's literally just, here comes the entertainment.
Okay.
References Joe Coy. And then says, Sarah Tamalash.
Yeah.
So she has to walk out and literally say, hello, I'm a comedian.
Wow.
And they're like, okay. And she does okay. Meanwhile, it's all glass behind us. There's fireworks. There's like Disney World fireworks going off behind her.
Whoa.
It's so distracting. Nobody's paying attention. People are texting. A guy's heckling. He's like, talk about the finance department, then hides behind a pillar.
Oh, yeah.
And like just texting. The food is still out. There's a bunch of people behind pillars that can't even see. They're not even trying to see her. They're just talking like this.
Yeah.
And she's got to do 20. And I'm like, don't. Man, you got to do all 20.
Do all 20. You got to get that X check.
So it's just okay.
Okay.
It's
okay
like,
is good in that environment.
It's tough though, and I'm in the back going like this. I'm gonna get him. She's on the grenade.
Yeah.
I got this.
You got some ideas, some snipes, some riffs, some zings?
Couple riffs, and she had some good ones too. She's like, by the way, I just want to piggyback on the CEO. You're all getting cars. The cars in the parking lot, they're yours. If you don't see a key underneath, just kick open the window.
That's good.
It's good, but very little laughter.
Yeah, deaf ears.
Kind of like this. Oh
boy.
And she does a little crowd work, which does better.
Yeah.
But it's tough.
Okay.
But in my mind, I'm like, I grew up on these gigs. I'm going to really hit. I'm going to do the liar, liar. Fat ass, baldy, whatever.
Yes, I'm out of here.
Really rip. She brings me up like a soldier. She does all 20, brings me up.
Tomalash.
You know these ones where you're like, here comes the first line. Here we go.
Ooh, I know it too well.
Get ready for this, folks.
Put it right in my ass.
And I hit him with it. And just like this.
And that goes from here, brings you right down to their confidence level immediately.
From Y straight to X to O.
Yeah, oh boy.
X's and O's, and you feel that sweat trickle, and you feel flush, because you're like, that's my A bit.
Royal flush.
That was my opener, and then I'm going like, yeah, it's always nice doing comedy with fireworks going off, and the people are like this.
Oh, baby doll.
I mean, brutal, and it's one of these ones where you're bombing, and you think, I'm doing 25, that's nothing. That's like a third of what I normally do, and you look over, and it just says 418. And you go, 4? I'm at 4?
You got 21 minutes to go.
I'm fucked. And then it's just this thing, that feeling where it turns into anger, actually.
Yes.
Because you're like, this is the feeling that makes me insane, is when you can feel the audience going, this guy sucks.
100%.
They hired a guy that sucks.
Yes.
And you just want to play video. You want to pull down a screen and put on your special and be like, watch this. You want to pull out your resume. Look at this, Tonight Show, Netflix.
Yes.
Here's Colin Quinn talking about me.
100%.
What do you think about that?
And you want to go, you suck. You guys are bad. You're not getting it. You're not absorbing anything I'm saying. And you went in with a bad attitude. They go, oh, here we got some bullshit entertainment here.
It was, I mean, like a lot like this, a lot of like this, doing this, a lot of that, and then just like this.
Yes.
And it's just horrible. So I start like talking about the company. I'm trying to make fun of them. I'm trying to make fun of the place.
Yep.
Zilch, impervious.
Wow.
And then every once in a while you hear this. That's not bad. That's okay.
That makes it worse.
It's horrible. It's a bomb. A bomb. And I look, and I just had one timer going from when she started because I'm trying to get to that 45. I look, it's at 36, and the guy.
Wait a minute. You did over?
No. 45 minutes total.
Oh,
We're at
total.
36.
Okay, gotcha.
So as a team, we're at 36. And I just see the guy who was like talking, our point guy, who just disappeared. He was like in the back hanging out.
He's got to hide.
He like reappears like this and just goes,
oh, I know it.
And you know the company is going, we fucked up. We thought, and I even said this on stage, I was like, people think they want comedy and they don't.
They always think it, but they never do.
And I got to give a hats off to the booker, our friend, because she was she was aces. She was up there laughing, and she was really understood how brutal it was.
Yeah.
And so we didn't get much judgment from her. She was great, and I'm grateful.
Thank you.
And then you just go, all right, thank you. Good night, everybody. And it's like pitter-patter of clapter. Then I couldn't hear, but I think the guy came up and kind of shit on us a little bit.
Yeah.
It was like, yikes, that was crazy. We go in the back to where our food was. I'm like livid at this point, sweating. I'm like, we got to get out of here. I can't face these people.
Got to get out.
But you want to be a pro. So you're like, all right, we got to wait and just wait for them to come say something.
What do you mean? Who's they? Can't you leave? You're done.
The point guy.
Oh, the
but you
point
want to
guy.
be a pro, and we were talking to him, and then this other woman. Like, there was like 3 people back there hanging out, and then we're there for about 10 minutes trying to be professional. Thank you. We're grateful. Sorry. I hope it's okay. We wait about 10 minutes. No one's coming back.
He can't face you.
I realize they're also in the same room going, I don't want to talk to them.
Yeah, which, hey, I'll take it.
You'll take it, but it's also like...
It's also a tough pill to swallow.
It's also a little bit... I want to choose my adjective wisely here, but it's a little...
Uncouth?
Yeah, to not come back and say, hey, thanks a lot. Sorry, it was tough out there, but we appreciate... I mean, before the show, we're best buds.
Right.
So now it feels like these people are mad at me.
Of course.
Literally, nobody comes back to say, good job, thanks a lot, you need anything?
Yeah.
And before they were like, if you need a meal, your meal cooled down, we'll get you another meal, we'll bring you a dessert.
Yeah, it shows the power of bombing/killing. You kill, they come back there, they hop you up on the shoulders. Hey, hero. And if you bomb, they're like, I can't even look them in the eye.
I mean, no one looked at us, and we just snuck out the service that, like, they call it cast. They don't call them employees at Disney. They're part of the cast.
That's cringy.
So we walk in the kitchen. We're like, we're leaving the back way. And then there's a bunch of kitchen employees being like, you can't be back here. This is cast only. And I stood my ground. I was like, I'm not walking through that room.
Whoa.
And I was like, we took this elevator down earlier, and this is the way we're leaving. And he's like, well, I got to get my manager. And I said, that's great. I'll be right here. And they're like, we can't have you in the kitchen. And I was like, listen, I used this elevator earlier. I'm using it again. Go find the manager. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'm not going out there.
Yeah.
And then the manager came. I was like, here he is. And he was like, okay, I'll take you down. He took us down. We went. We just walked laps. There's a big water thing. We just did laps around the place, changed our outfits, put our baseball hats on, and just walked about 5 miles, literally strolling around. Just like, that was horrible.
Yeah, you got to walk it off. That's how bad that stink is. It's on you. You got to get rid of it.
Oh, it was so bad. And it's one of those things, if they said, you got to do one more next week, same money, I would be like, keep the why.
Wow.
I don't need that again.
Why? Because we love you.
And I'm dying. That was followed by Mohegan Sun, which is also very tough. So I'm on a streak of, I did Hilarities, which was unreal, all sold out. Great shows. Cap City the next week, sold out.
Magical.
Hot. And now I did Mohegan, and Mohegan I love and I appreciate them, but it's tough.
That's a tough room.
Followed by the corporate. So I'm heading to Denver now, and I can't wait. I need it. I need that Denver to wash over me. Well,
It's like a Silkwood shower after a diddle. I mean, you need that, but couple silver linings, if I may. I'm trying to... First of all, the hilarity of the juxtaposition that you're at the magical, happiest place on earth, and you're the saddest guy on the planet, and they made you the saddest guy.
Brutal. So that's fun. Like, you get out of there, you're walking around with Sarah, and there's this kid's, I love it here. You got Fat Mickey shirt and neck pillow guy, and he's in Cloud 9, and you're Cloud 6. So then, it kind of bonds you with your wife a little. Absolutely, yes.
You've been through the trenches. You went to Nuremberg over here.
Yes, I said I love you, and I'm grateful for you. Thank God for you. The wind beneath my wings, the whole thing, tongue in her asshole, come in her undies. So that was good, but it was funny. I was texting Sam before, and I was like, these gigs, I don't even think it's worth the money. It's great money, but I don't even know if it's worth it. And he's like, well, it's not worth it until you walk off stage. You're done, and then you get a check, and you're like, that was worth it. But even still, I'm like, God.
It's just them looking at you going, this guy's not a good comic. We fucked up. That's what hurts the most. I did that Philly gig. It's like a famous bomb story where not only did I get walked off stage, I got fired and replaced in front of me. But the guy goes, yeah, what happened up there? And I'm like, I don't know. I did my act. And I was on stage bombing, and I got angry too. And I went, that worked on the Tonight Show. Which is such a cunty move, and I regret saying it, but you're angry.
It's hard, and you feel we got to wrap it up here, but you feel like it's so upsetting, and it's so rare now.
Yes,
that you just straight up bomb. Like, we're at a place now. We perform a lot for our fans. And for even if they're not fans, they know, like, oh, this guy's something. Because you're mostly at clubs. We don't do a lot of hell gigs anymore. And you also just have those years. You have chops.
Yes.
You know how to do comedy. So it's very, very rare for me, for you, for anyone that's been doing comedy as long as we have, really, to be doing jokes that are literally getting nothing.
Nothing.
It's jarring. It is like a prize fight where the guy lands one and you're like, oh, shit, he is stronger than I thought.
Yeah.
Or you're hitting him with your best stuff, and you're like, fuck.
It's not shaking him.
I didn't think he had that shit. There's nothing I can do now.
Well, that's what was so frustrating about comedy, and I've covered this before, but it's like, that joke works. It's like a basketball. If that goes in the hoop, it's 2 points. But for some reason with our jokes, the joke is a point score, but you don't count it.
Right.
It'd be like going, that one doesn't count. You're like, but it gets 2 points. I go, that didn't work tonight.
Yeah, it's not hooked up.
Yeah.
The little thing that's like,
but that's the joke. It went in. They go, it doesn't matter.
Right.
That's what's so frustrating about comedy, but it's subjective, and it's an art form, and it's a craft.
It's all pipes, but they were very nice. I personally would have come back and talked to the artist after.
It's a little unprofessional.
But they were very nice, and they paid us, and we're grateful. But
you got your why.
Woo, I got the why, baby.
All right, good. Get out of there with that why.
Actually, I owed most of the why to my manager and agent.
Pooch, you cunt.
The previous week's why. That's the worst part.
Yeah.
I'm not even getting any of the money.
Goes right away.
Oh, God.
But that's what everybody goes, being a comedian. Oh, you wake up at noon. Oh, you get drunk every night. Oh, you fuck hookers. Oh, you do blow. Oh. What about that? I'd love to see some corporate schmuck go through that pain and that fucking just punch in the taint.
Gut-wrenching. But then you turn it off after. Sarah kept being like, and then that happened. I was like, I had to be like this. I don't want to hear about the gig anymore.
We covered it.
It's over. We got the why, and that's the end of it. No more talking about this.
Well, it's like Nam. You go, hey, Uncle Jeff, tell me about Nam. And he goes, and you go, what? You shot a guy in the face, a zipper head. What are we doing here? He's like, All right, sorry. That's what they called him.
All right, we got to wrap it up. Sometimes I think we should be doing the plugs earlier in the show.
That's
like
what they say.
Do. Yeah. This weekend, Lafayette Friday, Houston. We added a show. I don't know where it's at now. We're obviously recording this ahead of time, but Houston late show added. There's probably a few tickets left for that, so come out to that. And March 31st, April 1st, Salt Lake City, Wise Guys. buy your tickets to that. And then, of course, March 2nd, that's before that one. I'm out of order here. Chicago Park West Theater.
Oh, wow.
Buy those, please. It's a Thursday night, one night only. And then, of course, the Wilbur Theater, April 15th. Those things are really...
That's going to move.
Yeah, they're really moving. It's exciting. I saw Berkowitz. He was really cool. And he was like, oh, God. He was giving me the thing. And that was exciting. And
he's a fun guy.
Great guy. And, so get those tickets. And go subscribe to my YouTube. About to shoot another special March 6th. Shooting a new special. That's already sold out. But I need those subscribers. It's all algo. So hit that subscribe button on my YouTube. And check out the videos. I'm putting a ton of shit on my YouTube.
I saw a comment today. List is raking it in with the content.
Hey, all right.
I'm all over the road, marknormancomedy.com, back in the clubs, but what I really want to get you to come to, we added a show on Friday at the Vic in Chicago for the special. So, hey, let's get another round in there. Let's film another set. Come on out, Chicago. Get a bug. Patreon's cooking. And, see us on the road. Buy a shirt. Queef it up.
And, Chuck, tell them about your podcast.
Yeah, I got a podcast called Fun Bearable with a great comic named Ray Harrington. Just put up an episode where we're coming back from New York doing a bunch of interviews. And I got pulled over with no insurance.
Oh, Jesus.
No registration.
Oh, my God.
And my license was expired.
Whoa.
And it was quite an ordeal.
Wow, Mark is your hero.
Yeah, I know, right? I got to get plates as well. How did you get out of it?
You'll find out.
All right.
Okay.
Check out his pod to hear the rest of the story.
Yeah, and right at the top of the page, if you haven't heard the Joe episode and the Mark episode, they're really fun. They're pinned at the top at funbearablepod.com, and you're going to want to hear the story of Mark finding out about Ray's N-word cake.
Yes.
It was an all-timer story.
With a lot of laughs.
That was killer.
Yeah, I ate that thing.
All right. Well, thanks for coming. Thanks for listening, and we love you.
It's all pipes.
Shall